Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of July 22nd. We're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by shirts. There's a new one. It's going to be coming. You'll probably see it like next week, and you're going to love it because it's pugs, and Tim didn't kill it or drown it. So, I mean, it's a helpful thing.
I would never. Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls and from Team Ashen and the comic book store, and I juggle many hats. Right, Paul?
Many hats.
So many hats. Hey, let's talk about trades. Who likes trades? You like trades. Do you like this trade? X-Force. I don't like X-Force. Paul?
It was okay.
It was okay?
It wasn't anything.
I'm not saying I don't like this X-Force. I said I just don't like X-Force in general. I'm not an X guy. You don't know. Avengers, Volume 6. They fight this big dude with the star brand thing on his chest. It's Jason Aaron. It's gotta be good. Venom.
Star brand?
What?
You mean Star brand?
That's what I said.
You said this Star brand thing on his chest as if it wasn't Star brand.
Well, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. Venom. Venom Island. Some Bagley art. Donny Cates. We love Donny Cates, don't we?
The last issue in that book is really, really good.
The last issue's super good. Spoilers. In case you were hoping for like a bad issue.
Well, I didn't read any of the other ones. I only read 25.
Well, now you can.
There you go.
There it is. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Family Business. What? His uncle's the Prowler. Bum, bum, bum. Safe Sex. This book is neato. It's a very thick book for $9.99. That's pretty cool. We reviewed issue 1. Pretty cool book. Pretty cool concept. Oliver. Paul, you read Oliver? Paul, you're going to sneeze, aren't you? Go ahead, sneeze. I've already outed you. Just sneeze. Is it gone?
It went away.
Yeah? What do you think of Oliver? He likes... I'm sorry.
It was not good.
Oh.
It was weird. It was weird. It had nothing to do with Oliver.
All right, maybe just tone it down a bit, right? Okay. East of West. I love East of West. East of West. I bought every issue. I love it. This is the last one. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. 10 volumes. The whole thing. It's great. It's really good to binge read in trade form. And then finally, Black Sad. Black Sad is fantastic. If you've never read Black Sad, please do. I believe this is the first time Dark Horse offered this in softcover. It's always been these massive, giant hardcovers that you could kill somebody with. But this one, you'd have to really want it. I mean, this, you could give somebody a headache with this one. But Black Sad is amazing. Please read it.
All right, first up, with a caveat is DC books have been kind of
Wonky.
Wonky is a good word for it.
Nah.
So some of you may have gotten it this week. We got it, or some of you may have got it last week. We got it this week. So DCeased, Dead Planet. This is the sequel to a book that I absolutely loved. I love out of continuity DC books because you get to do just absolutely crazy stuff. And this book takes place 5 years after DCeased. Cyborg has kind of reconfigured himself and left you on that cliffhanger of the first DCeased book. If you don't know it, giving you like 5 seconds to do the spoiler. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a cure. That was the big thing about that. That was a cure, and then Wonder Woman rips his head off, and the cure died with him. It didn't. So this is the survivors. This is Dinah. This is Ollie. This is John and Damian, who are now Batman and Superman, and them coming through and trying to kind of reclaim Earth. And if you've read DCeased, you know this does not go well. And nothing different here. Things just go from bad to worse. And I love every minute of it. You should check it out.
All right, Paul, time for my first book, and it ties in with something you read.
Is it?
Wow, it's Lords of Empire. I don't know why I did that voice.
I don't know either. I thought you read the X-Men book.
God no. And I was thinking of reading the Avenger one, but I didn't care for the art.
No.
Although the cover's hilarious. It's got Storm making kissy faces at you. It's pretty great. Check that out.
That's what they meant for.
I think that's what they got.
It's what they got.
They approved it.
I don't think that's what they tried for.
It's Storm blowing kisses at people. What does that have to do with saving the world? Who knows? But this isn't about that. This is about Emperor Hulkling. So this book is super good if you don't know a ton about Hulkling and Wiccan and the Young Avengers in general. I know a limited amount about them. I never really dove too deep into these characters. I like the characters fine. This is written by Zdarsky. I love Zdarsky, and that's why I took a shot on this. And it made an easy pick for me to say, this is the Empyre tie-in I'm going to read. And this basically just explains how he became involved in the whole war that is coming, how he is so important to it, a little bit about his past, his origin, and it was pretty good. And I had a good time reading it, and I think you will too. So check it out, and if you're following Paul and his love of Empyre, well, read this too. Get this too. Get this one. I don't know about the Kissy Face Storm book. Should they get that too, Paul?
I pass on that.
I mean, if you like Storm and her kissy face.
Next up, we have Empyre, issue number 2. I don't want to go over spoilers from what happened last week, but something horrific happened that nobody was expecting, and this is them trying to correct that. You get more of Hulkling, you get more of Carol Danvers, and there's some really interesting stuff that happens here, and I don't want to go over too much of it because it will spoil what happened in the first issue. But this is them kind of recuperating from that bombshell that was dropped in a hypothetical manner and also a very literal manner. And I'm, like I said, I've been pleasantly surprised about this. I was expecting to hate this book, expecting to just not care about the series at all. And it has definitely thrown me for enough of a loop that I'm really excited to see where it goes. So you have people that are doing things that you kind of expected them to do, and then you have some people that you have no idea this was going to happen, and it happens. So if that keeps you as vague as possible again, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a good book. You should definitely be checking it out. Next week, I'll go into some of the spoilers because you'll have a couple weeks to kind of read the book. So definitely check this out.
Next up, we have Action Comics, number 1023. I like to randomly read issues when I'm not reading a book at all. It's really fun. This is a Bendis Superman book with some Romita Jr. art. I wasn't super high on the Romita art, but it was fine. Essentially what you have is this new character, the Red Cloud. She is a weird, very weird character. A cloud-based character that can turn into tendrils and other kind of cloud. It's just weird. I'm not even going to try to describe the character. But basically, now that Clark Kent has outed his identity to the world, people can target Lois Lane, people can target Jimmy Olsen. There is a connection between this character and the Daily Planet. There's actually a pretty in-depth backstory kind of going on here with the owners of the Daily Planet and basically Superman being distracted with what's been going on. He has the help of his son and Connor as well. And it's just a pretty fun read. This was nearly my pick of the week for just being a book that I randomly picked up. I actually really enjoyed it. And that speaks a lot. Maybe if I dug the art a little more, I could have had a chance, but no chance because my pick of the week was better.
What is my pick of the week? It is Chew, issue number 1.
Amy Chu, the comic?
No, it's not Amy Chu, the comic.
Oh.
It's Chew.
I mean, I like that too, but...
So, Chew is a 5-issue mini. It's almost kind of a prequel, but it's more of a, this happened right around the first issue, but it was happening over here kind of thing. This, if you don't know what Chew is, it's about a cop who can learn about crimes and things by literally tasting things. So, like, if you have a dead body, he can taste the blood, find out where he was, what they were doing, all that kind of stuff. We find out he's not the only one. I'd imagine you probably found that out if you read the book prior to this, but I hadn't. So you find out he's not the only one. His sister has the same thing, but his sister's a criminal. So that leads to a very interesting showdown between his sister and himself. This was really fun. Like I said, this gives you more than enough if you have not read any of the books before to understand what's going on. And that's kind of what you absolutely need. You need to be able to pick up a book and read it as if nobody has picked up this book before. And this does that. So if you haven't read Chew, it doesn't matter. I mean, you will get some of the... I'm sure there are definitely some Easter eggs in here that I missed that a regular reader Chew wouldn't have, but it definitely gave me enough to understand the history of the book, the world that they live in, and sets up the main conflict. And that's what a book should do, and that's what this book did. So definitely check it out.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, what's my pick of the week?
I have no idea.
I don't know why I ask you every time, but I really love it. I never tell you.
You
No.
always keep it a secret.
I keep everything a secret from Paul. Paul, what's my pick of the week?
I have no idea.
Wrong. It's Bliss, #1 from Image Comics. Bliss.
Cool.
So I am struggling with how to tell you about this book without giving away its big reveal.
It's Lin-Manuel Miranda on the cover. Probably not.
I am struggling.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'll wait for you, buddy.
I'm good.
It's your pick of the week, right?
Go ahead.
Jerk. All right, so basically, here's the deal with this book. There is a man who has a son, and the wife, her father does not endorse the marriage. They kind of get run out of town by the father, who is quite gun-toting, and essentially they are struggling. And the son ends up having some sort of issues. You assume it's like a respiratory thing. He's bedridden in the hospital. And his father is getting beat up. The city is like rough. It is a super rough city. And he finds a way to help his family by going to the darkest, deepest recesses of the city. And it's tough because if I tell you the hook, you'll buy the book. But I don't want to tell you the hook because it's the end of the issue and it's like, I can't. But trust me, buy the book. I like the idea behind it, how this man helps his family, what he does, the struggles he goes through. Bliss. It is awesome. Please read it. All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you, everybody, for making it this far. There is a pug shirt. I hope it looks good.
It does. I think it looks awesome.
Paul feels like it's awesome. I mean, maybe. Buy it anyways. Oh, wait, I get a cut of that. Yeah, buy it. Business. And that's about it. You know, there's a shirt. You can do that. There's other shirts on there. Hype. The hype shirt.
Yeah.
Hype shirts on there. Just shirts are nice. If you want to support us in any way or fashion, that's the easiest way. And not a lot else for us to plug. We can't really go anywhere or do anything. Paul's on Twitch. He twitches a lot. He's on there very late. So if you're a night owl, it's like his morning.
10 p.m. is not exactly late.
No, but you go late. He goes late.
Oh, and I go to late, yeah.
Yeah, he goes very late. So, if you're like 1 o'clock in the morning and you're out of burritos, it's like, what could I do for the last little bits I'm still awake? You can watch Paul get murdered a lot in video games. It's great.
You can watch me on Sunday afternoons now.
Sunday afternoons? What do you do on Sunday afternoon?
Same thing.
Oh, that's the Lord's Day, Paul.
That's why I'm not murdering dauntless on Sundays.
You murder the poor dinosaurs.
That's before they murder us. It's self-defense.
I've seen you run up to these dinosaurs that are just not even paying attention to you, and you just start punching them right in the balls, really. I don't understand the tactic of dauntless.
It's the safest spot in the game.
The safest spot to punch a dinosaur is in the balls, people. You learned it here. That's it. Goodbye.